But Porzingis, generally, JJ, what do you think of him talking about the Knicks and the idea of him kind of not apologizing, but just saying he made mistakes back then?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for some Knicks fans to ever forgive Kristaps Porzingis. And, the weird thing about it, Ian, is when he left, I thought it was going to be this, watershed moment for the franchise where it ended up killing him. And you look back on Porzingis' career and you're like, wow, how did you let this guy get away? How did you let this relationship get beyond repair? And it's not to say that Porzingis hasn't had good and productive NBA seasons. He has. I mean, he's been an all-star. He's playing well with Washington this year, but he's not one of those players that you look at now and say, wow, man, how did you let him get away? He's had a fine, solid, quality NBA career. To say he's had a lousy NBA career would be ridiculously unfair. But, Beggs, I don't think he's lived up to the billing of what I and some Knicks fans maybe thought he was going to be when it looked like he was on that ascent. Does that make sense? So, I don't look back on it now and have, this feeling of animosity saying, man, I can't believe this guy got away, or I can't believe he did us like that. He's a good NBA player, but, he's not the make or break NBA player that maybe I thought he could have been.
Joel, I need you on this because you were there. You're in the building. The Porzingis trade, I guess we're years removed from it. How do you look at it?
So I think two things can be true at once, right? To JJ's point, you thought, if you're a fan, that this is something you're going to really look back on and bang your head against the wall for years to come. There were concerns within our building about the longevity of his career and how likely he would be to stay on the court for 82 games a year for 15 years. And that has borne out to be true. When he's on the court, he's very productive. He has never been able to stay on the court long enough, though, to really ascend and really improve and really find his niche. Will that happen going forward? I don't know. Time will tell. The other thing that can be true, though, is that the league, and Ian, I know that you know this, the league at the time did not know that Porzingis was available. The Knicks took the first offer that they got. Turned out to actually work out pretty well. But that doesn't get them off the hook for organizational malpractice. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but the truth is the truth, okay? We could have canvassed the league. There would have been many teams that would have offered more, presumably. I don't know that for a fact, but about the other teams offering more. But I know that teams around the league were not pleased that they didn't even get a chance to put together an offer for Porzingis. At the time, was thought of very highly, much more highly than he's thought of now, if you remember.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I heard the same in terms of teams being surprised and teams feeling like they didn't have a chance to put their hat in the ring for the trade. Maybe the offer could have been better. Obviously, it's years later now, and the Knicks haven't ascended to a championship contender. Now there's Dallas.